Hey, good morning, everyone. How art thou? I how do I put this? Okay. Um, I have to make a lot of notes to myself if I'm going to cover certain, a certain amount of material or things that I'm aware of, because the network, which represents everything that is held within the light of things that I'm aware of, is so vast. It's like pick a starting point, okay? Because then the tree goes on forever. So I don't want to take everyone off under this tree that just goes on forever, because there's so much I'm aware of that I process, right? So I just keep making notes so there's some coherence, because as a teacher or a facilitator of imparting experience, because experience is what we are. We experience data, we experience energy, we process that and assign it value. What I do, and I was doing since I was a child, is what I call time vectoring data-driven experiences. Even though I don't like to think in terms of computers, being a computer terminal, being a data processor, having a biochip, which is memory, and a chip processor, okay? So I try and simplify this as much as I can without going way out into outer space and then losing people. So I try and keep it as simple as I possibly can, which is one of the reasons why I normally work with children, because they are the future. We need to end the recycling of the same energy experiences as a result of running in reverse as a result of programming, which is nothing more than the difference in the speed ratio of what you put in memory and thus what you use as something in the future you thus experience. Like a drill press, over and over and over again. Why do you keep experiencing the same kind of energy over and over again? Well, we get into the speed of learning, of attracting more light and going faster. And the faster you go, the more light you're attracting. Whoa, man, I'm experiencing higher frequency energy, which means, wow, I've got everything that I need. I don't need any energy from anybody. Man, I'm a source unit. Fuck yeah, you're a power station. So your heart is your power station. So when you knew that as a child, which I was very fortunate to know that as a child, then you've got a very powerful magnetic shield. And you're always constantly attracting more of what you are, which allows you to keep and maintain your speed. And that's what we do. We maintain our speed. That allows us to be a lighthouse wherever we go, right? So when I started that in the beginning, or when I was in my childhood, I refer to my childhood a lot, because it was my childhood when I first became aware by essentially experiencing their consciousness, which means there's a difference in the speed of what they're using to communicate to me that I'm picking up from my antenna, my stereo receiver. So you're a communication platform. That's what we use here, as a communication platform. Okay, so I communicate my energy. We all do. Okay, which in this particular place, in this biosphere, we are the sum of our parts. It's sort of like when I was a child and I became aware of, well, I'm in a vampiric energy zone, or what I would call a spiritual battlefield. Okay, which means this is a war between frequencies. Which means if everybody was running very high frequency energy all the time, then nobody would be in fear of each other, because everybody has all the energy that we need in order to manifest the reality that we're creating as we're gone. Now that's simple for me, okay? But that's not simple for others to experience the energy that way, because they don't experience who they are that way. That's not their energy profile. So this is where we get into graduation or evolution of your vibration, because your vibration represents the perception through which you're experiencing who you are energy, and how you're experiencing the cosmos in which you occupy. It's like the fabric of all that energy, because everything is held within the light. So you're using the light of who you are as consciousness to experience the speed of the waveform that represents you, your identity. Okay, so what's your identity? Well, I can experience your identity